Welcome to this week's At the Net segment. I'm Connor Onion. We're talking Murray State volleyball this week with head coach David Schwepker. The Racers are off to a 6-3 start, but not only that, record-breaking weekend for them. Dahlia Miller had 50 digs against Chattanooga, which is a record in the Missouri Valley and a record at Murray State. So, Coach, we got to start there. I want to ask you a question about it, but first of all, wow. An amazing performance from Dahlia the other night, huh?
I mean, it was incredible. She's always really good, but she was just outstanding that night. She was all over the place. I think the whole night she never asked me where she should be, which is good. That's a good sign when a libero is just doing their own thing, and that's how she was. She was just like in her zone and doing everything on her own. And she was really, really good. And it was a lot of really tough digs also that she got, like just some incredible, it was pretty crazy what some of the digs that she got. So it was just a really good night for her, but she's good all the time, but it was just outstanding.
Yeah. You have a big sample to choose from with 50 of them, but is there one or two that stand out from the 50 she had?
There were so many that were just like the hitter would explode a ball and all of a sudden she exploded the ball too. It was like all of a sudden she got it up. We have no idea. And so it's just so fast and so rapid all the time. She just kept doing it. And I mean, it was crazy. It was all the coaches there came up to me and because it was just outstanding. If you would have seen how she did it and everything that she did, it was just crazy. So I think she was just out of her mind that whole time. And she passed well. She did everything great that match. So yeah, she was really good.
I was joking with a few people that she probably has the ice bags in her forearms after passing that much. And
yeah.
How's she feeling physically after a 50 dig night?
She never said anything about it. I mean, she was fine, just like it was another game or whatever. She's just real, she's just humble, just keeps going on every time. So
part of a record-breaking start with Dahlia, but you guys are off to the 6-3 start as a team. What's pleased you most about these first 9 matches for you guys?
I think the big thing is I really like the attitude of the team. They really work a lot for each other. So that's a big thing when you're trying to build a team and a program and all that kind of stuff, is just how the girls interact with each other. Because we talk about a lot of things, your physicalness and your skill and then your mental state and all that kind of stuff. But the biggest thing that you can change is your attitude towards your teammates and how you treat your teammates and do all. I mean, you have the ability to change that more than you can change anything else. So to me, I've been doing this for a long time, and to be able to win big, it takes that at the end, because if you don't have that at the end, nobody cares. Everybody's ready to go home. Everybody's ready. They're not going to fight at the end when you need them to fight at the end. And when you play in a conference tournament, of course, there's going to be things that come up. There's going to be a lot of pressure in those moments, to get all the way through a conference and win a conference tournament. There's going to be so many pressure moments that happen. And if your team isn't together, all those pressure moments will make them fail. And so if they have that together, then the only reason why we fail is because maybe we're not good enough or, physical enough or whatever, but we don't lose because of that. And I've seen tons of teams, my teams included in the past, have lost because of that. And so, they're ready to pack it up and go home, that kind of thing. And coaches are ready to pack it up and go home because they're also at the point where they're like, whatever about their team. So this team is just, we go in, we practice, everybody practices hard, we leave, and that's it. There's just no drama surrounding it at all. So I love this team part that they're doing. So that's a big part of it.
Yeah, that pressure that you're getting at in preparing for maybe a postseason moment down the road. What do you feel like the best example of your team handling that in non-conference has been?
This past weekend, but the weekend before, when we won the first 2 matches, I went into the locker room, for that third match, because if we win that, we win the tournament, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you got to win 3 in a row or 4 in a row to win a conference championship anyway. I mean, that's just how it has to be. You have to be steady for that many matches. So we talked about that, and just the fact, and I tried to make it like it's a lot of pressure so they can understand that there really is no pressure. We just go play like it's another match. And that's the way it needs to be down the road also. They just need to learn from that. And they did a nice job. And Bellarmine, we played last match, and they were really, really tough and put a lot of pressure on us and that kind of stuff. And then our girls went through, you could just see them going through moments, but they ended up pulling it out, which is just a good thing for them to be able to feel that moment, I think. So that really helped out a lot.
Coach, part of this run to the season is landmark win for you, getting win number 400 in your career against Bellarmine September 1st. What's one along the line that really stands out to you in those 400? I know there are a lot to choose from, but is there one or two that you hold kind of in high regard compared to some of the others?
No, there's been some great matches and things like that. There's been some great wins, great losses that all kind of mean a lot. So I don't know. It's just kind of hard to say if there was any really one special one or not.
Is there anything that the team did to commemorate 400 or that you do that you'll keep with you for a little while?
Nothing I did, because I didn't even know it. I mean, somebody came up to me before we played and said something about some from the other team, or their sports information people, and I didn't even know what they were talking about, because he said, "Oh, you're pretty close to something," and then after it all happened, they're like, it was 400 or whatever. So I still didn't even know. And then of course, so I don't do anything about it, but the girls, they on the bus bought some donuts and put 400, I don't know, did a whole little thing with that. So it was kind of fun, but that was about it. So, because we don't talk too much about the past, we try to stay present with what we're doing right now. So I don't dwell on too much in the back of what's happened. Yeah. So, and I've coached forever. So, I mean, you're going to get some wins. I mean, it's not like I made some kind of historical anything. It's just that I've coached for so long. So that's all there is to it.
Yeah. I know you said you like to be forward thinking rather than looking back, but I do have one more question about the past. Being there for 25 years at Murray State, what makes the program and the community special that has kept you around for a while? When
I first got here, I was a young coach, and in my mind was probably 3 to 4 years, and then I'm moving on and that kind of stuff. When we got here, the community and the town is a real small town and really nice community. I mean, it's just really nice. And then we started having kids, and we looked at other schools, but then you look at the communities that the schools are in, and then we're just like, what's kind of most important for us was to raise our family and our kids in an area that we thought would be best for them. And so that was one of the biggest things, was just school system, the community, everything was, like Mayberry RFD, that old thing where it was just that kind of a town. And that's what it kind of is. It's really, really nice. And then my wife got really sick and has brain cancer. The whole community just has jumped in, and, that was really early on. And it was just amazing, the outpouring from everybody, people we didn't know, the school, the everything. For example, I never work out of my office for the last 18 years. I don't even go up to the school. So it's always been out of my home so I can be with my wife and take care of all that stuff. So, they've just been able to let me do those kinds of things. And I don't think very many schools would, or, that kind of thing. So we just really liked it. And we've raised now, we have 3 boys, and they're all out of the house, and we've raised them all here. So, it's been a great thing for us. And I just like it. So
you guys get a bye week this week, and then you look forward to conference play already. It's coming fast.
Yeah.
How do you guys plan to spend a week with no tournament, no non-conference matches before you start conference next Friday?
I love it. I'm glad we have this, because it'll give us, where we're failing is because of us. So that's a good thing, in my opinion, is when we're doing the things and causing our own errors. So we are, I mean, I think against Chattanooga, we had unforced errors against Chattanooga. That's all created by us. So, and we still went 5 with them, and they're a great team, and we can fix that, or, work on those unforced errors, because that's just all of us, nothing about the other team. That's going to put us in a better position. So we've got this couple weeks here to really focus in on those things, because that's what we need. I mean, it's just all about us. And that's the way I coach. I never worry about the other team. I don't watch film on other teams. I don't look at other teams. I don't do anything. It's just us going out there, and we're preparing our team. And then if we're better than the other team, we can win. If they're better than us, they're going to win. So that's just the way I look at it.
You guys should have fresh legs, fresh arms headed into conference in a week. Huh?
I hope so. That's the plan.
Well, Coach, great to see you again. Thanks so much for doing this.
All right. Thank you.
This has been At the Net with Murray State. Oh, no, I was just doing my outro.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, no, all good. All good.
Now you might have to do it again.
No, all good. I think we got it in there. We can always do it too.